What's going on, Space Patriots? Welcome to this live stream of Axiom-1, first ever private, 100% private crewed astronaut mission to the space station. There have been private astronauts going to the space station before, like on Shuttle or Soyuz, but never a whole entire crew before. So exciting stuff, guys. Space is opening up more and more. It seems like almost with every new launch we do. Good stuff. All right, muster up. Here we go. Let's do this thing. Thank you, mods, for modding. Justin DeLong, I see you. Man, you're so dependable. I appreciate you. Paul Jenkins. I'm going to call you Leroy, okay, Paul? Okay, Paul? Leroy Jenkins. Thanks for becoming an eccentric member here on the tubes, brah. Appreciate you. Can't wait to see Starship go up. Paul Angel. Is that a gremlin? I can't make out what your picture is there. It's awesome. Dedicated to my dad, we would both watch the Apollo missions. He would have loved all of this. I know, right? You know, growing up, loved space. Wasn't a fan of the space shuttle, but I love space. I really love learning about the Apollo era. I always wished I was born when my dad was born in like 1950, so I could have experienced it. But now, ever since like 2016, I've come to learn to appreciate where when and where I was born. So we get to watch this exciting stuff happening right in front of our eyes with rocket launches and Starship. Good stuff. Andy in Colorado, I see you there, you locals BFR. Appreciate you. High roller. Ooh, I see pizza emojis. That's awesome. Nazareth, PA, I appreciate you. Shout out to all my fellow Americans in the chat.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America.
We got Sweden, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Oklahoma. Another super chat from my mother. Everyone say hi, Mom, and please give her a clap. Please clap. Thank you, Mom. You didn't have to do that. You could just wire it to me. Love you, Mom. Indiana, what's going on, neighbor? Austin McMurtray, Admiral. Eric Beavers, another BFR, and of course, Austin as well. Representing on two different platforms, which I appreciate. Supercharger waiting for the Door Dasher. Good stuff. Perth, Australia. We got Australia in the chat.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate.
We have Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. We have England.
You sound like you're from London.
Scotland. I have nothing for you, Scotland. Portland. Yeah, love you guys. I'll have to find some snippets representing where you are from. Ontario. Good stuff. I think I do have one for Ontario. Well, maybe not Ontario, but Canada in general.
Welcome to French Canada.
We got Texas. I do have one in mind for Texas. I just haven't clipped it yet. I got these from Texas. Name that movie. I don't know if I even quoted it right. Alaska. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. We're already getting behind on these super chats, so let me hit those up. And then we'll get to the mission. I'll explain the headwear. Okay. Darth Dabs, I remember you. Howdy from Prescott, Arizona. Darth Dabs approves this launch. Godspeed. Hell yeah. Dimmick Dragon. Apologize if I mispronounced it. I'm not good with words. They hard. Appreciate all your effort, man. Just great job. Keep it up. Smiley face. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for the support. Okay. Well, let's talk about the Mish. Well, let's talk about the hat and then we'll talk about the Mish. This is another hat sent to me by the U.S. Border Patrol. Represent our boys in uniform. This is the home for all space-loving patriots, both in the military and law enforcement, Border Patrol, what have you. We'll even include Coast Guard in there. Cheers to you guys. Got my new mug, all blacked out version, first of its kind, Maxtude, which is a Kevinism I made up for altitude or apogee. Apogee is just too hard to say, and tude is a lot more fun. Man, it looks beautiful down there in Florida. What's going on, locals chat? For those of you who are locals who wish to participate more exclusively in our locals chat, I got you up. Concord, I see you there. Appreciate you. BFR. Megatooth's back. Coastal North Carolina. Lonnie Holcomb, a Florida local. You don't even have to tell me how the weather looks, Lonnie, because I see it, man. It looks gorgeous. Look at that water. It's blue. Blue water. Keith is late to the party, but he made it. You guys watch Did you guys watch Elon's Tesla rodeo last night? I watched it, but I will admit the only thing I learned was how annoying the audience was. They wouldn't shut up. But we did learn that Cybertruck is coming next year. Supposedly, we'll see if the supply chain can actually support that, or if it gets worse. Who knows? Who knows with leadership we have in charge right now. But I still have my Cybertruck reservation, even though I signed up for the single motor. I heard they're doing away with that, so I might not get one. I don't know. I can't afford the more than one motor Cybertruck. It's expensive. Maybe I'll just scrub my Cybertruck reservation and I'll go with the four-wheeler. I might be able to afford that. Good stuff. All right, let's go to big screen. If I can find it, there it is. Luma White, because I'm fancy like that. SpaceX.com/launches. This is the 5th flight for this booster. It previously flew for Inspiration 4, so it's got some notoriety behind it. Supposed to launch at 11:17 a.m. and it is instantaneous if it doesn't launch, but it will. But if it doesn't, backup opportunity tomorrow. Again, I'm not good with words. What else? Let's see. Drone ship will land on A Shortfall of Gravitas. That's another fun word to say. Gravitas. And they're going to cut the live stream at about, well, let's go down. Here's our astronauts. Okay, we got 2 Americans. America. We got one from Israel, and we have one from Canada. Ooh, cool. If you hover over their faces, it tells you who they are. This is Michael Lopez Agria, Commander. This is Larry. It also says it down here as well. Stib and Mark. Keep on cruising. Now, this is something that's pretty cool and new. See this globe here? This is called Earth. This is the Dragon, where it's at right now. This is the space station. It's being a little bashful. There we go. You can move it. Look. And the Earth doesn't even have to rotate the right way. It can go this way. Only to a certain point, though. SpaceX was too cheap to pay for full rotation north and south. Keep on cruising, cruiser, and you get your little timeline of events. Ooh, and a little diagram. Sweet. So if you're new to these launches, you can always check this out again at SpaceX.com/launches. Just click on the Axiom mission. It'll give it all to you. Even this. So they're supposed to arrive at the space station in a couple days. They're going to stay for 8 days, and they'll come back to Earth, splash down. All right. And deploy shoots, brah, which is what we're all looking forward to, right? Shoots. Okay, let's catch back up on these super chats. Eric Beavers, Cybertruck fun. Yeah, I appreciate it. I can get an extra D battery with that four-wheeler. Good stuff, man. It's not rechargeable D battery, but at least they can get me to the nearest, I don't know, four-wheeler charging station. Are they still doing the Cybertruck four-wheeler? Does anybody know? I don't think Elon spoke about that last night. By the way, I loved his cowboy hat and shades. He wears his sunglasses at night, indoors. Now, I can understand it because, like, when you're on stage, you have all those floodlights, spotlights shining in your face. Maybe that's why he was wearing the shades. Or the more likely scenario is Elon is just a badass like that. Cowboy hat and aviators. That's about as Western as you can get right now. The crew is talking, says Justin. Again, if you guys want to tune in to the SpaceX live stream, there is a link in the description to take you directly to that. Pull up multiple windows. That's what I'm doing. Got 3 monitors here. I feel like I'm in the cockpit of Dragon, just like them and their monitors. Only mine aren't as cool or as large or as user-friendly because I struggle a lot. All right. Coming up on T-minus 6.5 minutes. So what's the point for the 8-day? Well, they're paying for this, so they're going to go up there, and yet they're still going to do experiments, research stuff at the space station. I heard they aren't allowed to actually visit the Russian portion because there's a little drama going on in the world right now, if you haven't heard. But I guess some of them were talking, like one of the astronauts was talking smack, I guess. I don't even know if it was real smack because I didn't watch it, but I read about it. He was like, yeah, we're not spending our 8 days just looking out a cupola window. I guess in reference to Inspiration 4. I don't know. Space smack talk. I like it. But if that is the case, in Jared's defense, he is about to, put them all to shame with his EVA later this year for Polaris Dawn. Let's see what they're sprecking about. Okay. Oh, they shut up as soon as I turn the volume up. That's my life.
Coming up on 5.5 minutes.
John's
Gates
talking.
let us know that we've got the fuel load complete. Next is coming up. We're T-minus 5 minutes. Dragon will be transitioning configuration for terminal count and going on its internal battery power. Everything continues to look good as we're counting down.
Yeah, Border Patrol. Shout out to Roy. Shout out to all our boys in uniform.
Dragon is in configure for terminal count.
Falcon 9 tanks are pressing for strong back retract.
BC, Columbia. I would love to visit the BC, man. Maybe get eaten by a grizzly. That'd be fun.
Heard the call out. We're pressurizing the tanks for strong back retract. We'll hear a sequence
Ian?
momentarily. Strong back is retracting. Actually, that's the start of about a 1 minute sequence. At about T-minus 4 minutes, the clamp arms that you can see there will open, and then
Back is retracting.
and then we will see the retract from there. So we've heard the call out. That's the start of the sequence. Doesn't mean that the clamp arms are late opening. It'll take us a few more seconds.
All the usual suspects in the locals
As you can
chat.
hear, the excitement and the crowd is really growing here at SpaceX headquarters at Hawthorne, California. There you can see the clamp arms have begun to open. And next we should see the strong back begin to retract. This structure is what we basically use to transport the fully integrated vehicle to and from the hangar to the launch pad. And there you can see that strong back retraction has begun.
See it swaying a little bit. The rocket is doing a little sway action there. I like have my hands up in the capsule right now. I'm going,
Everything
it's done.
continue to look
Hope we don't tip.
phenomenal as we're now under 3.5 minutes until launch.
Sounds like Kate.
RP1 fuel is fully loaded
Hey,
on
Hughes,
first
come
and
here.
second stage.
Hi, buddy.
Should be wrapping up LOX load on the first stage momentarily
Go fart on Peeps' face.
to fill on second
Go
stage.
give him doggy pink eye. Hi.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, you just licked my shirt. Great. What are you doing?
We're
You
under
drum over
3
there?
minutes until liftoff of the Axiom-1 mission.
Are you stuck?
Dragon is in terminal count and is on internal power.
Kunin
All
is
right, there
stuck.
we heard that Dragon is on internal
I gotta
power.
say, I gotta rescue
As I
Kunin.
was
Hold on one
saying,
second.
We're getting
Let's rescue
close.
him again.
The crowds are growing. The excitement is palpable. You can see there on the left-hand side of your screen, Mission Control here in Hawthorne, California, just behind where John and I are.
Little derp.
And then on the right-hand side, that looks like Axiom Mission
That
Control.
looks like Axiom Mission Control in Houston, Texas. Everybody's waving and saying, hey.
All right, buddies.
All right, at this point in time, that LOX load on first stage is complete. So the first stage is now fully loaded with all of its propellant.
Don't worry, it's
LOX
supposed
load
to
on
smoke
second
like
stage
that.
continues.
Smoking is good for rockets, but it's bad for you, okay? Smoking's bad, drugs are bad, okay?
As we've mentioned before,
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
all right, so there's that call. At this point in time, Falcon 9 is
Dragon is in auto idle.
Dragon is fully loaded with all of its propellants, nearly 1 million pounds of that propellant.
Next event
Gas
coming up
closeout has started.
right
Expect
now.
venting.
The gas closeouts. We finished pressurizing the storage tanks on board the Falcon 9. They gave the crew the heads up, and they hear some loud venting noises. We're also going to vent down the liquid oxygen line that carried the LOX up to the second stage. Generates a typical large white cloud of condensation around the strong back.
What's going on, Master Chief Lab
Big event coming
Padre?
up
Good to
now,
see you, bro.
T-minus 1 minute. All the
Ding
flight computers
time.
take over. Let's listen in to the last minute of terminal count.
Everyone subscribe to Lab Padre if you have not yet.
FTS is
Why
armed.
haven't you?
Falcon 9 is in
Shame.
startup and now controlling.
Shame.
Dragon is in countdown.
Keith says, loving that Axiom is a Texas company. Cowboy
Dragon,
emoji.
SpaceX. Go for launch.
Lab is a legend. Lab and I go way back to the beginning of Starship's construction in Boca
T-minus
Chica.
30 seconds.
2018. Let's do this. Godspeed, Ax-1. Hopefully, we don't need the shoots today, brah. You got this.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Stop. Go Falcon, go Dragon. Godspeed, Axiom-1.
Yeah. Get.
Copy 1 Alpha. New fuel station downrange.
Together, a new chapter begins. Godspeed AX-1.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 38 seconds into this historic mission, flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9.
Power range telemetry nominal.
It's the Endeavor capsule. Okay, guess I forgot to say that.
Stage 1 throttle down.
Throttling down in the preparation for max dynamic pressure.
Falcon 9 is supersonic. Execute. Stage 1 throttle up.
Merlin 1D engines coming back up to power.
1 Bravo. Copy 1 Bravo.
The crew calling out 1 Bravo should a escape situation arise. It tells the Dragon flight computer what profile to fly using the Super Draco engines. But everything is looking good on Falcon 9. We're getting nominal callouts from all the engineers and a great view from the ground camera and the onboard cameras.
Invac chill underway.
Beginning to chill in the second stage turbo pump in preparation for its ignition coming up in just over half a minute from now.
I love day launches, man. Nights
Coming
are cool,
up on
but
about
I'm
3.5 G's acceleration for the crew. We'll begin throttling down the Merlin engines to hold that level of acceleration.
Wish they'd show us some in-cabin views of the astronauts.
Next event coming up. We're going to get main engine cutoff
Stage
of the
1
nine
throttle
engines.
down.
Get stage separation and ignition of the second stage engine. You've heard the throttle down call out. We're holding 3.5 G's for the crew.
And Miko. Stage separation 3 Bravo. Copy 2 Alpha.
Man, that coast makes me want to go on vacation. That's gorgeous.
Successful stage separation and ignition of the second stage engine. On the left, the titanium grid fins beginning to slowly deploy. Great views from the first stage camera. The first stage now begins a slow flip maneuver. You can see the white nitrogen gas plumes as we reorient for an entry back through the Earth's atmosphere a little bit later in the plus count. Second stage, we see the engine nozzle glowing red. Everything continuing to look good on the second stage. We should be hearing call outs coming up to the crew here shortly on how the trajectory is looking.
Trajectory. Go, boomstick, go.
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
It's what we like to hear.
Acquisition of signal, Bermuda.
AOS Bermuda, acquisition of signal. The Bermuda tracking station now getting telemetry from the second stage of the Falcon 9 with the Dragon on top. T plus 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Everything continues to be nominal. First stage coasting to apogee, and then it'll come back down for landing on the drone ship. Second stage, partway through its lengthy burn to get the crew into orbit. So Kate, 4.5 minutes in, everything continues to look good.
John's so old school.
What
he still
a
calls it apogee.
absolutely
It's max 2,
picture-perfect
brah. Right
liftoff.
down here.
We've got a
Oh,
live view of the
yeah, we're
crew
still going up.
inside Dragon Endeavour. Looks like everyone is still pretty comfy. As John had said earlier, we got
Dragon
to a...
SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
All right, good call out there. That trajectory is nominal.
Max 2 right now.
Never we copy.
As John mentioned, we got to about 3.5 Gs there.
Acquisition of signal, New Hampshire.
On the left-hand side of your screen, we can see the first stage as it is making its way
Yep.
back down to Earth. It's
Coming
targeting
back
a
down
landing
now.
on our drone ship, A Shortfall of Gravitas, which is parked a couple hundred miles off the coast of Florida, out in the Atlantic Ocean. Second stage on the right-hand side, everything continues to be nominal there, as the MVAC engine is powering the second stage and Dragon Endeavour to its targeted drop-off orbit.
Helmet visors are foggy.
Absolutely beautiful views of both the first and
These
second
Dragon
stages.
SpaceX,
Visor,
trajectory nominal.
windshield wipers inside their helmet. Or they can just stop breathing. That might be easier.
All right, so coming up in about 1.5 minutes, the first stage will execute the first of 2 burns required for today's landing attempt. At about T plus 7 minutes and 30 seconds, we'll see the entry burn begin. That's where the first stage will ignite the center engine first, and then a couple seconds later ignite 2 more engines, so a total of 3 engine burn, which will last about 29 seconds. The entry burn slows the vehicle down significantly as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, I
The
see
first
that.
stage sees
Space-
high
oh,
drag,
you-
which scrubs roughly
You guys
70%
see that? You might have
of
to
that
rewind
velocity
it.
by the
There's a
time
little
that
bit
the
of
landing
space
burn
debris
begins.
that was floating right here, and then the ACS thruster pushed
Stunning
it.
view where you can see
That's
the
pretty cool.
curvature of the Earth there on the left-hand side.
Dragon SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
SpaceX Endeavour, we copy.
There you
Might
can
get
see
some cloud-looking
the
action going
nitrogen
on the
gas
way in.
thrusters. So that's the puff of gas that you see there occasionally. That's used for attitude control systems. We also utilize those grid fins that you see. There are 4 of them placed around the booster. And those grid fins also help steer for a precise landing, either at
Stage 1 entry burn startup. Stage 2 flight
All right,
termination.
there we
Step
can
to stage.
see that entry burn has begun. We are targeting a landing on our drone ship, A Shortfall of Gravitas, today. Everything continuing to look nominal with trajectory and MVAC performance there for our second stage on the right-hand side.
Yeah, buddy, coming in hot, coming in extra crispy. Getting her all
So we are
sooty,
conducting the entry burn.
dirty girl.
Previously, the booster
Stage
was...
1 entry burn shutdown.
That entry burn helps slow the booster down. It was going about 25 times the speed of sound. So we slow it down as it re-enters the dense part of the Earth's atmosphere.
Rocket Lab is going to recover their booster sometime in a couple weeks using chutes.
The next event is second engine cutoff, or SECO-1, as you see it there on the timeline at the bottom of your screen.
Stage 2 internal guidance.
That's where we shut down the MVAC engine, or second engine cutoff.
Shannon.
Copy, Shannon.
Man, look at that glide angle.
Stage 1 transonic.
She's like 45 degrees. Really stretching for that to cover that distance.
Note that our landing burn and second engine cutoff
Stay with
will
us,
occur
Cam.
about
Come
the
on.
same time.
This is rare. Usually the camera would
All
have
right, we
cut
got
off
a
by
live
now.
view of the crew
Here
inside
come the cloud
Dragon
licking.
Endeavour there on the
Cloud.
right-hand side
Lick
of
that
your
cloud.
screen.
Lick it. Lick
Stage
it
one
good.
landing burn.
Yes, tasty.
Landing burn has begun for the first stage.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, great
I'm
news
loving
there.
these views,
Dragon
man.
Endeavour, nominal orbit insertion.
Do it.
SpaceX
Do it.
Endeavour.
You can
We
do
copy,
it.
and it's
Come on.
great to be here. 0G and we feel fine.
Come on, to the right.
Stage
To
one
the
landing
right.
leg deployed.
To the right.
SpaceX Dragon launch skip system disarmed.
Please clap. That was beautiful.
As you can see, this Falcon 9 has landed for the 5th time.
Wow.
All the while, great commentary there.
We never get to see uninterrupted
Well, we
feed
can
of
confirm
the
the
drone ship
landing.
landing. That's awesome. Good job, SpaceX.
Confirmed
Proud
landing
of you.
there of the first stage booster. Also, almost simultaneously, great news for the second stage. We've
Yep,
heard
Lawyer
that
Wife
the
missed it
nominal
again.
orbit insertion for Crew Dragon Endeavour. There you can see a live view inside our Dragon. Looks like the crew is beginning to
here we go.
adjust to 0G.
What is
If you
it?
look at the right-hand side
Oh, come on.
corner, it looks
It's
like
the
we
dog.
can see the 0G
Kangaroo?
indicator.
Dog or kangaroo?
That was one of the things I really wanted to see what they were going to bring for their 0G indicator, so I can't wait to see what comes on.
Looks.
Can't
I
tell.
can't
What
quite
is it,
tell.
guys?
Pokemon. Maybe. Okay.
It's not a
Well,
kangaroo.
hopefully it'll come into closer view.
Yeah,
but
and if not, we'll get to
Bunny.
ask
It's a
them later,
bunny.
hopefully.
yeah,
Yes,
great to see
it's
the
bunny.
crew here again, starting to
a
really
rabbit.
getting their first taste
Yeah.
of microgravity.
Yeah.
It's not even Bugs Bunny, though.
Oh, it has ears. Oh, it's a bunny.
It
Is
looks
that
like a bunny.
Thumper?
I think it might be.
Oh,
I
is
think
it?
that's Thumper from
It's little
Bambi.
Thumper head.
Love it.
That's the nickname for my
So
penis.
right now, the second stage is basically
Thumperhead.
preparing for Dragon separation. We are the next step now that, as we said, Dragon has nominal orbital insertion. The second stage and Dragon will separate. Views there of our MVAC engine now shut off, no longer glowing that lovely shade of orange. Right now, the second stage is about 200 kilometers above Earth.
It's pronounced clicks.
Preparing now for stage separation. Or excuse me, for Dragon separation. For those of
Separate
you
the
that
trunk
have
from
just
the second
recently
stage
joined us,
here.
we had an on-time liftoff of the Axiom-1 crew. They are now in space and coming up to separation from second stage, at which point they will then begin to make their journey, continue their journey to the International Space Station. The view that you're currently looking at is inside the Dragon trunk, which, as you can see, has just separated from the second stage.
Dragon separation confirmed.
Bon
On behalf of the
voyage.
Falcon 9 team,
Thanks, Anna.
welcome
It's
to
good to be
space.
here.
Thanks for flying Falcon 9. You guys enjoy your trip to that wonderful space station in the sky. Do some great research for us. We'll look to see you back here underground. Now stand by for some words from LD.
Launch director.
And MLA and the rest of the crew Endeavor. Glad we got to have some fun this morning. We'll probably be calling in an early weekend over here at the Cape. Pass you over to Anna and the team. You'll be in good hands. Godspeed, Endeavor. Enjoy the rest of your flight. Cheers.
See the thrusters firing? So pretty.
Hey, Mark, it was a lot of fun. I venture to guess we had a little bit more than you did. But we thank you and your launch team, Girth, you and the Falcon 9 team. It was a hell of a ride, and we're looking forward to the next 10 days.
Hell of a ride, he says. So for those of you who are commenting on, stars, seeing the stars while they're in orbit, well, you can kind of make out some. That's probably a planet. I don't know. But yeah, when we do starships around the moon, on the dark side of the moon, like say with Dear Moon, hopefully they have the aperture set right and they can really show us some awesome 4K video of starry sky. That'd be awesome. But that's where it looks like SpaceX is about to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up for sure because I do have a SpaceX in the news so to do. I already got it recorded. I got it on the editing board. I just need to include snippets from this mission. But they're supposed to return. The crew of AX-1 are supposed to return in like 10 days. And when they do, hopefully we can cover the shoots, brah. You guys have a nice rest of your work day. The weekend has arrived. Congratulations on making it this far. And I'll see you in a few for our 311th episode of SpaceX in the News. We're going to say goodbye, peeps. Can we even see you? No, we can't see you. So we're just going to call it there. Godspeed, everyone.